Hello everyone and welcome to really my first voiced video about rolling Fanmade. And if you didn't know, this game is a Fanmade rip-off, just like Rolling Sky version. And there are currently 13 levels in this game. And today I'll be ranking them from worst to best. Now this is just my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of you guys probably haven't even played this level, let alone heard of them. So I'll be playing the levels, obviously, just so you guys can get a feel of the levels, except for the two that are already in Rolling Sky, Earthcore Adventures and Cave. I'll just briefly mention them. And starting off, bottom of the barrel, last place, is a level that I'm sure a lot of you guys know, and every Rolling Sky player should know this level. It's Cave. Now, this level is last place, yes, but this is only B tier, which goes to show how much of a fan I really am of all the other levels here. I've played them quite a few times just to get my real opinion on them, and I'm pretty confident where I place them. In Cave, if you want to go check out this one's deeper dive episode 52, you can. I explain a little bit more in depth. It's just very forgotten, and I find it kind of bland, to be honest. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this level, because we already kind of know why it's down here, although it's far from being bad in my opinion. But next is a level that I'm sure a lot of other people probably don't know about. Port of Clouds. This is the first level in the game. It's sort of like the Mastiff of the game. It's incredibly short, the level you hear on the title screen stuff. And I don't know, it's just kind of boring. That's why it's down here in B tier, honestly. I don't think it's like that bad though. It's better than Cave, I think, because it has like multiple new themes, and at least it feels kind of fast paced. Maybe I've got a little bit of more recency bias, because I guess I'm like more new figuring this level out than Cave. But I think it's just a little bit more fun. And I think the soundtrack is a lot better. The beginning is a little bit of a letdown, but after it gets pretty good. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this level, so I'm glad that it's a very short one, not gonna lie. So, let's move on to our number 10 spots. Number 10, Illusion Remix. This is supposed to be a remix of the level Illusion in Rolling Sky. I'm sure we all know that level. And I mean, Illusion for me is D tier because it's kind of boring, so this level being a 3-star definitely helps with the difficulty issue. I just think that this song is kind of a letdown for me, personally. I'm sure others think it's a good remix. I just prefer the original, honestly. It just feels way too fast-paced for me, like, and it's just not a fast-paced level. I do like the Relics cameo, like old theme cameos, which does make this level a little bit higher because it is supposed to be a remix of an actual level in the game. So that does help it for using that in a good way. The other remix level that I'll get to later doesn't need to do this because it's not a remix of anything that we've actually seen in the official Rolling Sky. But I'll touch more on that when we get to that level. As for this level, just kind of a boring one. I wouldn't really come back to this one that often, just like a Port of Clouds and Cave. I'd be most likely to come back to Cave, I guess, but that's just because it's a 5-star. And let's move on to our final B tier. This may be controversial. This is not the Chaos. This is Sailing in the Sand Ocean. I don't know if people like this level, but I don't know. I've played it a lot. I've tried to get it down. I just don't think it's that fun, and I think its main level is a lot better. I think this level, I mean, sure, it's pretty fun with its routing, pretty linear for a 5-star. However, not too challenging. If you want to perfect it, it's a little complicated. This is the last level I perfected. I perfected Magic Cube before this one. because there's like weird gems near the end. That's the only reason here. And I don't know, I'm just not really a big fan of the red theme as well. But however, this level does have a lot of positives, I think. It is pretty fun to play at some parts, like some parts specifically right here. This is probably like one of the best parts of the level, and the soundtrack is honestly really good. It kind of carries this level to not being in like C tier, I believe. So that's why it's above the other three. Plus, it's actually pretty challenging, unlike Cave and oh, I just missed that. Cave and Port of Clouds and Illusion Remix. All three of them are. I mean, Cave is a 5-star, but like this is a hard 5-star. I don't know why it's rated before it on the level list. Maybe so it's like right next to its bonus. This is a 5-star bonus, so kind of interesting. And this part right here is also kind of fun. This crown's pretty fun to get. Yeah, it like spawns the path right there at the spawner. Yeah, and that's pretty much about all I have to say about this level in specific, because it has pretty okay like routing and stuff like that. It just kind of lacks when it comes to like the theme, I think. But that is all of our B tier levels. Let's move on to our first A tier level. For a 1-star, I find this level quite enjoyable. I think it has one of the best soundtracks in the game, which definitely does carry this a lot higher. This is, I believe, the bonus of Port of Clouds. So it's sort of like Illusion. I guess I could see this falling into the B tier eventually, but right now I do really like this level. I'm a little bit, like, I don't know how I feel about, like well, I'll talk about that when it gets there. There's, like, a weird transition, at, like, 40%, I want to say. Maybe it's, like, 50%. After it turns into color, it, like, goes back to the gray. I'll talk about it when it gets there. So, yeah, I think it's at, like, 50. But I mean, sure, it's like really slow level, but for a 1-star, I think it's really good. This is the level that people are going to first play when coming into this game, which I can say it was the first level I played. So, that. Okay, so it's the transition going back right here. Like, it like kind of fades like that, but it's like a little weird to me how it does it. I don't know. That's not the reason this is so low. The reason it's low is because it's a 1-star. I mean, it's kind of boring. But let's be real. 1-stars are gonna get boring. Like, you're not gonna really want to come back to them that often. However, that being said, the soundtrack definitely hard carries here. I would say it's like really. It sounds very emotional, and I don't think this level is really supposed to be that emotional. But I really like it for that, honestly. That gem surprised me so much the first time I had to play this level twice because I didn't know there's a gem there. Not saying that this level needs to be sight readable though. That was just surprised me, honestly. Yeah, that's Ruins basically. Let's move on to our number 8 pick. This is probably the most confusing level in the game to me when first learning it. And this level would have been last place if it wasn't for one thing that was changed in the update. It added checkpoints. Because when I beat this level, I had to do it without checkpoints. So, the fact that that was added made this level so much better. Not gonna lie. So, now that confuses away, this is a very confusing level. There's a lot of moving parts. I think this is like the E-labyrinth of this game. It uses the obstacles from there too. The soundtrack is honestly a banger. And it's actually really fun to play once you know how to do everything, but if you don't, this level is literally living hell. So, you definitely want to know what you're doing in this level. Especially near the end, which I'll talk more about. Some critiques I have about the ending here. It's very, even right here, like the green theme, whenever the green theme, it's just hard to know where to go. That crown is absolutely disgusting though. Like, it is so unoriginal, and it's annoying to get. I like this part though. This part of the soundtrack is also really cool. I know some people don't like it, but I like it. It's like VFN's squeaky part, but 10 times better. Yeah, this is probably like one of my least favorite part gameplay wise though, but song wise, like definitely my favorite part. Okay, so this part's very confusing. It looks very confusing, but you actually just go straight most of the time. Oh wow, I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah, it looks very confusing, but a lot of the times you're just going straight, which is why this is a 4-star, I guess. 100%, I wouldn't be surprised if you told me this was a 5-star, though. Like, an incredibly easy 5-star, like Dino Disco 5-star, but, like, still. It's very hard to look at visually. Yeah, this gem is kind of sneaky. You just want to take the second jump at it for both of these crowns. Or collectibles. Yeah, overall, pretty enjoyable level. I like coming back to now. The checkpoint thing was fixed, and I know how to, like play it accurately now. Let's move on to number 7, though. This is Explorer's Remix, and the soundtrack is not as good as Explorer's in my opinion. However, with that being said, this is a very fun level. It doesn't necessarily need to like use what was fun in the original, because both of these levels aren't in Rolling Sky anyway, so it doesn't have to do the same thing that Illusion Remix kind of should have done. That it did do well, because this is an unoriginal remix. And just like Explorers, there are a lot of fake outs in this level. Because with all the movers and stuff, it's impossible to know where to go if you don't know this level that well, especially for a 3-star. Now, if you're just doing it normal way, it's fine, but yeah, perfect way, it can be pretty challenging. So you just gotta make sure you know where to go, honestly. Other than that, it's generally fine. And I like how this part is just as calm as that one part in Explorers as well. It kind of matches it. It's kind of a great thing. Although it kind of gets uncalm here. The route kind of feels the same as Explorers though. And I do think it's a good thing that a 6-star has a 3-star bonus instead of like a 5-star bonus, or in Magic Cube's case, a 4-star bonus. Although I think that's probably fine as well. Not that it really affects their ranking, honestly. I really like the whole Explorers set, honestly. And even though this is a number 7, I still like this level a lot, and I actually had a lot of trouble figuring out where to place this level in specific, as well as the level that comes next. I was like constantly like, where am I going to put these? Because I knew what I wanted at number 5, so I was like, number 6, 7, and 8 were constantly getting interchanged. Oh wow. Yeah, so this is the part where you really have to know what you're doing, because if you take the wrong jump pad, you're just dead, which I don't think I'm that big of a fan of, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's kind of annoying because it's not just for a gem, this is the perfect way you have to know this for. And it's kind of annoying to remember. Like this part especially, it looks like you're going to jump into the laser, but you're not. So, I don't know. That part kind of annoys me, but other than that, it's fine. I think this is the only reason this level is at number 7 is because I think the other level doesn't really have as many flaws as this level, just because it's so short. Its shortness kind of helps it not really have any flaws. And I was actually kind of stunned the first time I saw it, so let's get into it. Now, I believe this is the shortest level in the game, so I'm gonna have to try to talk about this really quickly. First of all, love the snow effect. Honestly, was kind of stunned by it when I saw it. This is the second level in the game too, so that's even kind of crazy that they did it. Soundtrack really good, and I want to get to the next theme because I was the most impressed by this next theme. It looked incredible. Don't get me wrong, this theme looked cool, but the underwater theme right here, it looks so good. Like, they nailed the aesthetic here. Love the aesthetic here. Don't really know what it has to do with ice, but I really don't care. All the themes in this level just look so good, and I had such trouble like placing this in Explorer's Remix because I really like this level, and I like coming back to it, even though it's like one of the I think the shortest level in the game. And it even uses like other themes in this game. This part was pretty challenging for a 2-star though. I'll say I think I think the only reason this is a 2-star is because of its length. But I would like to see this level like be longer, but that's fine. There's this weird, awkward, no music sound at the end, though, which is just kind of funny to me, honestly. And let's move on to the best level in the A tier. Barely didn't make the S tier. One of the newest main levels, Magic Cube, and currently the hardest level in the game. I am very impressed with this level, honestly. It's one of the only 2 levels to have custom objects in the level. I will just start that over. Whoops. And yeah, I think it does all of its routing really well. The song is really good. I do like that it has 20 gems, because that really makes it worthy of being like the hardest 6-star in the entire game. And I definitely don't think that Explorers is the hardest one, so yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. It's honestly really fun to play, and I think the only reason that it isn't in S tier is because it's just kind of annoying with all the moving obstacles and stuff like that sometimes, with the route, kind of hard to read, and like random holes that I feel like you should be falling into, and now I'm not bad, guys, I haven't played this a while. Alright, we're back. Okay. Yeah, no, I think this level is honestly really fun. I love the purple theme though. The purple theme is definitely like the best part of this level. And this is where the soundtrack really starts to get good, honestly. I love this part of the soundtrack. And it really like makes the level feel kind of linear, which it is for a 6-star especially. I always overcomplicate this part though, honestly. Like, I make it so much harder than it has to be. Like, that's really easy to figure out. And so is this gem, but I die there in a stupid way all the time. I did not know how to do this for a long time. I just realized you had to hit the left one, not the right one. This crown's kind of fun to get, not really that difficult. I do like how the rotating thing is necessary to get some of the like normal routes, whereas in Mirror Cube it's only necessary if you want to get the collectibles, which is what I expected it to be like, but I'm glad that they did it like that, because it is the easier level. Oh wow, okay. Alright, back here. So, there's extra tiles on the side, which is actually kind of cool. They will definitely come in handy in Mirror Cube, which we'll cover later. Yeah, this part can be kind of confusing. There's just a lot of blocks, but that's the only thing there. And I honestly think the crowns at the end aren't that bad, really. Not that difficult to get. As I die. Yeah, okay, you get the point, whatever. I've spent way too much time on this level. It's A tier, it's fine. I don't want to play this anymore, it's making me hate it, but its hardness kind of holds it back from being S tier, which we will get into the 4 S tier levels right now. Alright, now we have Earth Core Adventures at number 4, and I'm aware that there's no S in Adventures, but I like saying that anyway, and I'll cover this a little bit more in my deeper dive video, but the music is awesome, the routing really works for this level, and compared to Cave, I just like this level so much better, especially the pink theme. Pink theme is on top, I love that theme, and I think this level just does Cave much better. And that's all I have to say about this level, so let's move to number 3. This is such a fun 6-star, honestly. I love Pharaoh. This is so fun. It like takes all the bad stuff from Sailing in the Sand Ocean and just makes it better. Although I guess since this level came out first, this is the 3rd level in the game. Sailing in the Sand Ocean just took out what made this level so good, and that would be, I mean, the music is awesome. It has a really fun route, and like honestly, the music just works for this level. And I don't know, I think this level just does it so much better. There's also a little, like, pretty much the same checkpoints, which I'm totally fine with, and something I forgot to mention in Magic Cube. There's just, like, no checkpoints for the hardest level in the game. I guess it makes sense. It's just kind of annoying to worry with. This level is, like, the first 6-star I did, and it took me it didn't take me that long, really. It was pretty easy, and that crown's really fun, too. Everything about this level is just really fun. It's, like, linear fun. It's like Lovey's really linear, but it's not fun. This level does it both, and it has a good soundtrack too, which I can't say about Lovey, honestly. Sorry if you Love E stands out there, but I don't like that level that much. That gem can be awkward, but it's fine. And I think like this ending section is probably the best part. This red theme right here. Oh wow, okay. Good thing there's a checkpoint right there. Uh, this red theme's probably the best part, honestly. The music is actually really cool, and it really worked. Like the da 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 da, that just sounded really cool. It sounded kind of like an app notification. And all the crowns in this level are not that challenging for a 6-star. That I'm actually totally cool with that, because everything else about the level is already really challenging, and I don't think the crowns really need to be. Oh right. Once again, right on a checkpoint. This level has so much better checkpoints, honestly. And for the easiest 6-star, it should be. The crown's not difficult there, it's actually kind of fun. I mean, I think this level's just a really fun level. And, I mean, of course I do better on these levels well off camera, because, you know, that's just how, you know, you have to trust me. But let's move on to the number 2 pick. Remember earlier I said I liked the purple theme in Magic Cube? Yeah, I love this level. This soundtrack is probably the best in the game. It's so good. It's close between this level and Explorers. Um, but, I mean, I love this level. It, once again, also takes everything that was bad about Magic Cube, and it kind of just got rid of it. It kept the custom objects, which is great, and it used only the new power-up for collectibles, which I think actually works a lot. Because, I mean, it's the easier level. I don't think it should be forced to take the new weird spinny power up thing. Just like as a 4-star, I don't think that would be good. So I'm glad it did that. I was kind of predicting that would happen as well. So that's totally fine by me. And this level's route's just really fun as well. It didn't take me that long to learn it. So there's that, I guess. And once again, it's just like the purple, like so good. I don't know. It's something about it to me, honestly. And it uses a lot of the theme changes, and I don't really care, but and it works, you know. And I'm kind of waiting for the one part about this level that's like kind of iconic to me. Here's another crown. It's not that difficult. It's probably the hardest one of the level though, because you have to move the most. Changes for like barely any time, and then it goes back here where you have like this 7 tile wide thing here, where it actually utilizes the extra tiles on the side, and you have to go onto them. And unlike in Horizon Cruise, they actually have a hitbox, so you can actually go on them, which is actually really interesting, and you have to utilize that to get the gems, which is really cool in my opinion. Like, I don't know, it's just really cool. That is a little weird, where there's a weird hitbox issue right there, where it looks like you're not hitting it, but you actually are if you go straight above it. But whatever. This is the hardest setup for the crown, but the crown is actually really easy. Just go to the left, right there. And the ending's just okay, I guess. It's probably the worst part of the level, but it's not bad at all, honestly. Uh, this was really close between number 1 and number 2. Like, I was close to putting this in number 1, but I feel like it's, I don't know, it's a bonus level, and I feel like there's a main level that just does a better job. And let's talk about that main level right now. Is it ironic that I placed the only level in the game with mystery boxes at number 1? Well, that's because in this game, mystery boxes function completely different, where all 10 of them spawn, and like, you'll get either a revive, a shield, or the crown. And I really like that, because you automatically know where all the routes are, because you'll see a mystery box. Like, it won't just like not spawn on your first route, so I really like it. Plus, all of the mystery box routes in this level are not hard, really. If anything, they're like harder near the end, I guess. This level has a lot of like really fast swiping that you need to do, especially near the end. And it really just makes this level more intense and stuff. Oh wow, I missed that. Yeah, no, this also is a Geometry Dash reference, if you guys know what I mean. The level hasn't even come out yet, but I wondered if it was. Like, I thought I'd heard the soundtrack before, and I was like, yep, I was right. Yeah, I really love this level though. The theme is awesome, the routing is awesome, and like for 6-star, it's just so fun, especially with mystery boxes. Like 6-star mystery box levels tend to be some of my least favorite in the game, especially when done not right. However, Nirvana ended that trend recently, but still there was like just some bad levels, I don't know. And right here is especially where the swiping gets like incredibly challenging to do. There's just a lot of fast movement. Yeah, like that. Alright, we're back here. You know, I honestly really love the intenseness of this level, though. It's like so fun. I don't know, like, maybe it's just me. Let me know if you guys think this level's fun, if you know Rolling Fanmade. I immediately fell in love with this level as soon as I knew how to perfect it, and I kind of knew that this level would be like one of my favorite in, like, maybe of all time. It's definitely an S tier among the normal levels. I hope this level gets added into Rolling Sky if they're not done with the Fanmades. From what I've heard, they might be done with Fanmades, and that would be sad to me. The thing about the mystery boxes is that they can give out revives, which really helps when learning the level, because you can just get like so many infinite revives if you're lucky, and that honestly helped me when learning the level. And I guess you're just gonna see me do this part again multiple times. Yeah, fun mystery boxes, honestly. Yeah, that's the first crown I've actually gotten out of one. Kind of unlucky today. And this part of this ending is it's actually very scary with how many swipes you have to do. Like, I'm not even gonna go for mystery boxes. I know how to get them all, though. They're just really annoying to do without a shield, because you're likely to die. Not this one. This one's easy. I'll go for this one. Yeah. Very fun level, honestly. Like, it's so fun, honestly. I don't think it can compete with, like, my top 10 levels in the actual game, but, like, this would be a great level to see brought to the real official game. But yeah, that's my list of all the levels in Rolling Fanmade for 2025, of March of 2025. So, do you guys agree with me? Are you mad at me putting Port of Clouds at number 11 and you really think it's the best level in the game? Let me know in the comments. With that, I'll see you guys next time.